Welcome back to the channel and another West Bromwich Albion career mode video for you today. And we're starting off the season with the Community Shield match. We got the Community Shield, we have the first Premier League game of the season, and then we have a Champions League qualifying match against Malmo FC, obviously the Swedish team. I mean, it's not the toughest start to the league season. I think we played Watford in the first game of the season, so it could be a lot tougher, but the fact that we got so many games to play is going to be tough because we've got Champions League qualifiers as soon as the season starts. But this is the lineup we're going with for the Community Shield, at least against Arsenal. They've gone with a pretty strong side, but I decided to mix it up a little bit, put some youth in there, put some of the new signings, some of the free agent signings that we got in there, some of the players, throw them on the bench and see how they could perform. But we got off to a good start. Jonathan Leko getting on into the right hand side, squares it one time to Jankovic, and his shot was just a little bit tame, straight into the hands of Wojciech Szczesny, I believe who it is, playing in goal for Arsenal. Van der Meer getting the ball in outside of the box, playing it back to Gua, back to Jankovic. But you can see the difference in the lineups. Like, we're not playing our starting, well, we're playing some of them. Martial got a start, obviously Leko's up there, I believe Daniel Sturridge is playing up front, but we've given a chance to a lot of young players as well, which you can't say Arsenal really done. I mean, they got a strong side. They got players like Mustafi, Chambers all out there. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We're into the second half now. Sturridge tries to bend one into the top corner, but he just can't get it down. It's going over the bar from the moment it leaves his foot. Didn't really get the whip. Like, he didn't get the technique to try and get that into that far post. But at least we're creating a few chances. A few minutes after Arsenal come down this left-hand side, they're going to end up pulling it back to El Neni, I believe. Is it? Did they pull it back? No, they don't. They end up taking a shot. I'm thinking of a complete different situation. But it's denied by Jack Rose anyway. Arsenal coming forward again with 10 minutes left to play at the regular time. This is one I was thinking about. They cross it back. Joel Campbell volleys, and it's a good save in the end from Jack Rose, and he plucks it out of the air in the end. He then throws it out to Van der Meer, who gets a little bit fortunate here to get the ball back. He slides it down the right-hand side to Mads Henriksen, who's back from his loan spell off the bench, runs through on goal, and puts us in the lead in this Community Shield matchup in the 83rd minute. Less than 10 minutes to play of regular time, and Mads Henriksen, he's a player. I don't know how you guys feel about him. I don't know if you guys have even recognized him, but every time he's been on loan since the first season, I believe. From the first season. Yeah, he's been on loan from the first... Was it? I don't know. I feel like he has. I don't know. But I feel like he's been on loan for the first season. He probably hasn't, because it's been a 2-year loan. So it's probably the second season. So he's been on loan. No, I'm pretty sure he's been on loan for the first season. But he's only been on one loan. It was a 2-year loan, but he's only come back this season. I'm confused. But look at that pass from Zumana Goa. Pass of the series right there. Cutting Arsenal open. Playing Ikamunayin in. One-on-one with the keeper, and he's denied by the keeper. But anyway, back to Mads Henriksen. He's been on loan from the first season. He's come back this year. And every time we do a squad report, I see his name and I think, I can't wait till this guy gets back. He's 19 years old, a 76 overall. So he's not bad by any means. He just adds to another, he's just another brilliant talent in a wealth of young players that we have right here who get it done. But we got the win in this Community Shield matchup. It's our first, no, it's not. It's our first Community Shield match of the series that we've actually shown. We didn't show the Community Shield last year, I don't think, at least. But Van der Meer gets to raise the trophy as we pose for that team photo. Christensen obviously not in the match for this one, but Van der Meer, he took the armband, and I like seeing Van der Meer raise that trophy. I don't know, Christensen, he's the captain, but the idea of Van der Meer being captain and raising the trophy, I like that. But training some players right here. Real Madrid back into the transfer window, transfer rumours and stuff. Kingsley Coman, Real Madrid interested in Coman. But now, next, the big thing is to get involved in the actual Premier League season and see how we start that. A few signings, only one real signing that's going to make a big impact. And you're going to see the starting lineup as Mahrez hands in a transfer request. So that's interesting. Mahrez don't want to be at Leicester. I really do want to sign Mahrez. But the fact that I had him in my Leicester career mode, it kind of puts me off doing it again in this one. Dele Alli making his debut in this one. And you can see some of the players that are getting the call up for the first Premier League game of the season. Brozovic is in there. Leko's in there, Van der Meer is in there. Some of the players you'd expect to be in there, but this is the full lineup. You can see Jack Rose, Karsdorp, Van Dijk, Christensen as you'd expect, Bezic, Van der Meer, Marcelo Brozovic, Dele Alli, and then I believe you got Leko, Martial, and Sturridge leading the line. So, I mean, it's a strong lineup. It's pretty much what you'd expect. The big notice is that Chadley is on the bench for this one. With Dele Alli coming in, obviously, Dele Alli is going to start. The 87 overall. I'm going to play him in cam as well. So pretty much Chadley's demoted to bench. As good as he's been for us for this first few seasons, he's got to go on the bench. He's decreasing his stats as well. He's 80 overall, or maybe even 79 overall now. So with Dele Alli coming in at 87, it makes sense. I mean, we're all attached to Chadley, but there's always a time. There's a time for everyone to drop off. But Sturridge getting the first chance of the game, well, the first real chance of the game there. So you saw Lecco had a shot deflected wide, but that's the first real clear sight of goal that we got. And Sturridge just put it wide, but we get another chance from a corner now, and it goes to Christensen, who gets his first game of the season, and his header goes over the crossbar. But Watford trying to come through with Igalo plays it, and it's eventually going to come through in behind, and it's the first time quick shot from Etienne Capoue. And he just puts his shot wide right there. But we're coming towards the end of the first half. And Dele Alli plays it out wide to Anthony Martial. Another new signing, getting his first start for the team. It's played into Dele Alli again. And he just manages to get onto the end of it. But Pantilimon just does enough to put his shot wide. Dele Alli almost scoring on his first game for West Bromwich Albion. He definitely wants us to finish above Spurs, because it was a bit of a controversial move for him to go from Spurs, who had been doing well, but I guess we've been just doing a little bit better. And Dele Alli is involved in the first goal of the season, as his shot is parried straight into the path of Daniel Sturridge. And we see the Sturridge dance for the first time this season. So Dele Alli feels, my first impression, quick spoiler, this is the only game he played in this episode. I didn't play him in the Malmo FC game, but from this one game, he feels amazing on the ball. He feels like as soon as he touches the ball, it feels like the whole game speeds up. Like everything gets quicker. He plays a nice ball into Martial this time. He plays it into Daniel Sturridge right after the second half. And Daniel Sturridge doubles his goal tally, our goal tally, and our goal tally for the season. Well, the goal tally for the game and the goal tally for the season. But again, it's all started from Dele Alli's through ball right there into Martial. He slides it into Sturridge. 2-0 up. Light work. Easy. So basically we're cruising in this game. Now Watford have had their little one chance. Nothing major. They didn't create anything big. But just like that, we're 2-0 up. And now we're cruising. Watford are trying to come forward. They're leaving gaps open. Munayin slides it into Brozovic. He's going to end up sliding it into Sturridge. And all of a sudden we got a 2-on-1 right here. But Daniel Sturridge is going to go alone and put it into the back of the net. And just like that, Daniel Sturridge completes his hat-trick, and we're 3-0 up, and that's pretty much killed the game off. This killed the game off. Marcelo Brozovic gets an assist, and Daniel Sturridge gets a hat-trick in the first game of the season. Now, Daniel Sturridge, let me ask you how many goals you think Sturridge will score this season, because he scored, I think he scored 20 last season. In the Premier League, he scored 20, and that was, he missed, I think, the first 4 games of the Premier League season, so he got off to a slow start. He got off to, well, once he started playing, he got off to a fire start. As you can see, Lecco spraying the ball across to the other side. 90 minutes on the clock. Munayin in behind. Kills the game off. Well, I say kills the game off. It was already dead, but absolutely just puts the final nail in the coffin right there. 4-0, 90 minutes. But back to Sturridge. He got off to a flaming start. I think he scored 6 in his first 7 or something like that. Was flying. He had about 15 goals within the first few months. And then he kind of slowed down a little bit. Maybe I'm exaggerating with 15 in the first few months. He had like 12, 13 in the first few months. And then he slowed down a little bit as the team slowed down. It wasn't just him. The whole team slowed down. And he ended up with 20 goals in the Premier League, I believe. So getting off to a flying start from game 1, if he can keep up at least a steady form for that whole season without dropping off, how many goals do you think this guy could score? Because I mean, he could easily hit 30, I think. If he can keep it up, he can hit 30. But now we're into the final game of the episode. We're oh, it's not even FC, it's Malmo FF, the Swedish team. And you can see from the lineup we've gone with, I've taken this game a little bit lightly. Modic comes in for his debut at centre-back. Well, his Champions League debut and his competitive debut. He played in the Community Shield, sorry. But he's playing in this one. I mean, we've gone with a relatively weakened side, because I'm thinking Malmo, if I don't sweep them, it's going to be a wrap. I'm disappointed if I don't sweep them. But you see players like Ortiz, players like Van der Meer and Rondon and Munayin are in the team. So, and Victor Moses are there. So, I mean, we still got some good players in the team. Van der Meer steps up, scores a goal right here. Little bit, passes it off the post. Coming straight back to him, pass it into the back of the net. I mean, what more do you want from the dude? But a goal is a goal, and it's an away goal like that as well. Van der Meer getting his first goal of the Champions Cup, and we're happy with that. 13 minutes on the clock. 25 minutes in, Mads Henriksen on the right hand side playing it into Van der Meer. He tries to get into Rondon. It's a little bit lucky. Nothing lucky about it. Well, I was going to say nothing lucky about the finish, but you'll see from the... You won't really even see from the replay, though. That's the thing. This goal was actually given as an own goal, and I'm not really sure why. Because, I mean, the defender, apparently, this black dude apparently tipped it in, but I'm not seeing it. Because it looks like Rondon put his foot through that into the back of the net, but apparently that defender put it into the back of the net. So, I mean, I guess there is some luck in that one. So, we're 2-0 up, 51 minutes on the clock. Mads Henriksen gets around his man, and he's just denied by the keeper. Should have put that into the back of the net, really, but... I mean, it is what it is. We're still 2-0 up. 3-0 would have completely killed the game off going into our second leg, which is what we want. Because I want to play a weakened side in that second leg as well, man. I want to rest my players. I don't want my players to get too worked up at the beginning of the season. Rondon eventually plays it out to Van der Meer. Tried to go near post. I mean, the only option really was to go near post. We couldn't go across the goalkeeper from there. There was too many players blocking the way. Couldn't get into the back of the net. So we're having a lot of chances to kill the game off. Will we live to regret those missed chances? Malmo come forward now. They play it into Adu, not Freddie. And look at that for a goal. We might just live to regret this. All these missed chances right here. 66 minutes on the clock. Malmo at home. And I mean, do I even have to comment on the goalkeeping again? I mean, we love Jack Rose, but why are you diving bottom corner when it's in the top corner? I don't understand. Adu taking a shot from range. Top corner. Look at that. Look at Jack Rose, though. It's that animation, man. It's crazy. But then Malmo again, 71 minutes on the clock. Beautiful through ball. Nice running behind as well. They end up pulling it back into the box. I don't know who that is. I think it's Modic who tried to get on the end of it and completely just fell over. He just fell over. What? He just fell over. Malmo's striker controls it. I ain't even gonna pretend to know this dude's name, but look, Modic. Modic. I mean, it's a good goal from the striker. He's taken it well. He's controlled it well. Put it into the back of the net past Gazzaniga. I said Jack Rose. It ain't even Jack Rose. It's Gazzaniga in the goal. So, I mean, blame him. Don't blame Jack Rose. Jack Rose would never have done that. I should have known better. But we get a chance just before the end of the game to try and get ourselves back into the lead. At least we're playing to Carl Edwards off the bench. But his shot is straight into the hands of the keeper, Johansson. And we drop a 2-goal lead against Malmo FF. That's death. Malmo FF though, we dropped 2 goals against them, and that's annoying because I feel like I'm still gonna feel the weakened side in that second leg, just because, like I said, I don't want to be playing my first team against Malmo. I need to be able to do this against Malmo and get the win against a team like that. But the next leg is at home, so hopefully we should be able to just breeze past them. I don't know yet if I'm gonna play a weakened side or if I'm going to play a little bit of a stronger side just to be sure. Because we don't want to go out of the Champions Cup in the qualifying stages against Malmo. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. But you can see right there, after the first game, obviously on goal difference, we are top of the league. 4 goals scored, none conceded. That's beautiful. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you don't miss the next. Peace.